number one ways adults bully is via isolation, and this is very common in workplaces. In this video, I'm going to talk about one, the reason isolation is so effective, and two, the mindset behind why it is done. Research shows that isolation literally is painful for humans. And listen, I'm a neurodivergent introvert, and so I hear people say, oh, I don't like people. Okay, but you may not like some people, but being totally isolated, like those of us in some states during COVID or some countries, it is literally painful. When someone isolates you at work, when you are excluded from the group, you literally feel pain. There has been research showing like it's the same part of the brain that feels pain in fMRI studies, the whole thing. The reason why this happens in a lot of especially white collar work environments is because in upper middle class white culture, it's all about being indirect and it's all about being able to deny you did anything wrong. Isolating someone is plausible deniability. Blowing up on someone, screaming at someone, that could all have consequences, but just excluding someone, well, you didn't mean to. I had this happen to me in grad school. There was another white woman. I had no idea why, but she tried to change our study groups so that I wouldn't show up. Unfortunately, somebody else in the study group was like, where's Anna? And she was very irritated. They asked about me. Anytime I raised my hand in class, she would conveniently interrupt. And I called her on all of this. I was like, hey, let's take a walk. Let's talk, like what's going on? And she denied all. She was like, oh, that was just all accidental. I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, okay, that sounds like bullshit because none of that happened even a week ago. It was very effective. I mean, it puts everybody else who's involved, like other people in the class, other people in the work environment, etc., in a situation where they also are kind of not against their will because they are doing the plausible deniability thing too because they can see it happening, but they just don't want to get involved. And that's also a very like upper middle class white thing of like, it's none of my business. So yeah, have I mentioned that like my best friend is a Latina who I met in another lab? That's where I spent all my time.